Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daria if you're new here, and today's class is a playful pigeon practice. So we'll be working through some different variations of pigeon pose and hip opening in general. This is a little bit more of a creative sequence. It's lighthearted, it's fun, it's playful. So you'll just need yourself and some place to move, and whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and get into it. We'll get started right away in tabletop. So find your way up onto hands and knees and spread your fingers. Anchor each individual finger pad down to the earth. Let's just start to explore some intuitive movement here. So deepen your breathing and let your body move around in any way that it wants to go. You could start with a circular pattern. You could focus your awareness to one area of the body, maybe like hips or ribs or heart space. And there's no rules here and there's no boundaries. So just go anywhere that you feel like going. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Doesn't matter if it's symmetrical from one side to the other. Consciously, as you continue to move, slow and deepen your breathing, taking a little longer with your next inhalation, and then exhaling just as long, starting to find a symmetry between the inhales and the exhales. And then start to move into some cat-cows as you're ready. The inhale breath softens the belly, tilts your sitting bones toward the sky. Your heart begins to look forward, and then let your eyes move forward and up. As you exhale, press down, tuck your pelvis, hollow your core, rounding the spine, your chin falls towards your chest. Again, just like that. Slow inhalation. Imagine you're going to touch your tailbone and the back of your head together. As you exhale, compress through the front body and spread your breath into your back body, making space there. Take a couple more at the rhythm of your own breath, and maybe, if you like, adding on some creative lateral movement or circular motion. And then finding your way back to a neutral spine. Let's take a big step out to the side with your right foot. Have your toes pointing forward, and then start to bend your right knee deeply. We'll move the hips around in space here. It could go like lateral action, side to side. Maybe it's more of a circular motion. Again, this can be creative and intuitive, and however your body feels like going. Good, and then let's step the right knee in, and we'll step the left foot out wide to the side. So extended leg child's pose, extended leg tabletop rather, and then bend your left knee and start to move, explore, and play. And in this practice, we'll really try to come back to the idea of play as being just exploring with no attachment to outcome. So you have all the space you need to go wherever you want to wander around, take your time, move in different ways. Good. Start to find your way back to tabletop position. Curl your toes under behind you. Take a deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, lift your knees and send your hips to the sky, finding downward facing dog. Take some time here to wiggle around, moving in any type of way that assists in opening up the back line of the body in particular. So start to emphasize length through the line of your spine and down the backs of your legs. Creating stability through the hands and the feet, like you're rooting and anchoring to the earth. And then find more freedom along the fabric of your spine. Have your knees a little bit bent, and gently tilt your sitting bones toward the sky. Closing in through the front of your rib cage, start to breathe a bit deeper into the back of your waist and then the back of your heart. Turn the biceps forward and spiral your triceps backward so that your shoulder blades move into external rotation. Take one more really fluid breath here. Inhale through your nose.
Exhale through your nose. Next breath in, lift your heels, round your spine, and slowly travel forward into a high plank. As you exhale, softly lower your knees to the mat for 3, using your core, 2, and 1. Inhale to arc your spine, sitting bones lift, heart looks up, eyes look up. Exhale, rock your pelvis back in space and keep stretching your heart forward. Now, as you breathe in, tuck your pelvis round forward through hands and knees like cat. As you breathe out, spiral your shins toward the right side of the mat, stack left knee onto right one. Inhale, press into your right palm and cactus your left elbow up toward the sky. As you exhale, turn your left palm to face down and carry your fingertips forward over your ear. Make a big rainbow through the left side of your body. Breathing there, deep inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, pivot through a center point. So left hand down, you can kick your heels in and then send your shins to the left. Right knee on left one. Breathe in, claw the left fingertips down, right elbow comes to cactus. As you breathe out, right palm turns down and reach forward while you continue to plug your shoulder into its socket. Squish the space from your left ribs to your left hip. One more deep breath in. Exhale, revolve through center. So tabletop, right hand down, tuck your toes behind you, breathe in, and then breathe out, lift your knees and send your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Take a full inhale through your nose. Full exhale through your nose. Inhale, heels rise, spine rounds, come forward, high plank. Exhale, softly lower the knees. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, cow. Sitting bones stretch up and broaden as the heart moves forward. Exhale, keep these curves. Sitting bones move back to hover off your heels and claw into your fingertips. Breathe in, round. Come through hands and knees. As you breathe out, pivot your shins toward the right, left knee onto right one. Inhale, and cactus, your left elbow up to the sky. This time, as you exhale, hover your left shin like it's parallel to the earth. Then begin to extend your legs straight forward, so reaching in the direction of the long edge of your mat. Softly, we're going to step onto the ball of your left foot so the heel stays lifted. Bend your left arm and catch the back of your head in your hand, and then let your pelvis melt a little down and forward as you lean the weight of your head back into your hand so it's supported. Breathe to what you feel. Keep your feet as they are. With your next breath in, turn your heart forward, plant your left palm, and then pivot on your right knee to turn that shin behind you and tuck those toes. Rock your hips back in space. So it's like a little active kind of child's pose, but the left leg is out, and we're gonna move laterally here. So just rock your hips side to side. Take a breath or two. Inhale to come forward, rounding the spine. We'll roll over the mound of your left big toe to place your inner left thigh to the mat and step your right toes back. So it's half frog with a cobra through the heart. Micro bend your elbows and imagine the base of your rib cage is being pulled forward and slightly up. Lift your low belly. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, tuck your right toes, press to the earth, round your spine, pick up your left knee and hold and squeeze, knee to the tricep. 3, 2, 1, slow step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting your heels, round your spine and come forward, high plank. Exhale, slowly soften the knees down. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, isometrically pull your hands and knees toward one another as you arc. Exhale, hips back, heart forward, active child's pose. Inhale, round your spine, come through hands and knees. Exhale, knees together, shins to the left. Breathe in and cactus your right elbow up toward the sky. As you breathe out, hover your right leg just parallel-ish to the earth. Then begin to extend your right leg straight forward. So it's reaching toward the right long edge of your mat. And see how softly and intentionally you can step onto the ball of your right foot. Then slide your hips down and forward. Catch the back of your head in your right hand. And then really, really feel everything through your right side body. The more you compress the left side, Maybe the more expansive the right side becomes. Next inhale, turn your head and heart to the top of the mat. Place your right hand down. Pivot on your left knee to turn your left shin behind you. Tuck those toes and glide your hips back. So we're still on the ball of the right foot. It's a little out to the side, but it's sort of like child's pose here. You can rock side to side. Next inhale, rounding forward, and then placing your inner right thigh to the earth, lower the top of your left thigh down. Traction your hands a little bit back in space as your heart grows away from the earth. Half frog cobra. Deep breath in, full breath out. Now inhale, tuck your left toes to prepare. Exhale, energetic press to the earth, round, squeeze front body to back body. Right knee, right tricep, hold, squeeze. 3, 2, 1, and step back. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. And we'll do that again, linking our breath and movement and adding on just a little at the end. So breathe in, round forward, high plank. Breathe out, softly touch your knees down. Inhale, arc the spine. Exhale, hovering child's pose, hips just off the heels. Breathe in, round, come through hands and knees. Breathe out, pivot your shins to the right. Inhale, kneeling or modified side plank situation. So left elbow to the sky. Exhale, extend your left leg forward and step down onto the ball of that foot. Bend your left elbow, catch your head in your hand. Inhale, turn your heart to the sky. Exhale, melt through your hips. Inhale, pivot heart and hands to the top of the mat. Turn your right shin back. And then exhale, gliding back, hips toward heels. Inhale, round forward, roll over the tip of your left big toe, and we'll come into half frog in the legs. On the in-breath, usher that air up into your heart space to lift it. And then as you exhale, press down, round, left knee, left tricep, hold, squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Then this time, bring your shin down. So the knee is directly behind the left wrist. Crawl your right toes back just a bit. As you inhale, you can come up onto fingertips, sitting a little bit taller. As you exhale, dive your heart down, maybe landing your forearms to the earth. And then here you can play with a little rock. Maybe it's forward and back. Maybe it's side to side. Now turn your right arm so that it's parallel to the top of the mat. Begin to kick your back heel in. Reach with your left hand around and see if you can catch your foot. Maybe you're catching the inside. Maybe you're catching the outside, so the thumb kind of loops around the pinky toe. And there's a little twist through your spine. Eyes and heart are looking up. Soften your quads. See if you could access contraction in your hamstrings. These actions assist one another. Unwind, facing the top of your mat. Plant your palms and tuck your back toes. Breathe in. As you breathe out, just softly, slowly step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, heels lift, rounding forward, high plank. Exhale, knees touch down. Inhale, cow. Exhale, active, hovering child's pose. Breathe in, round your spine. Come through hands and knees. Breathe out and turn your shins to the left. Inhale, right elbow cactuses toward the sky. Exhale, extend your right leg forward and step softly onto the ball of that foot. Right hand to the back of the head. Inhale, open through your heart. And stay as you exhale. Inhale, turn to the top of your mat. Send your left shin back behind you. And then as you exhale, glide your hips toward your heel. Inhale, round your spine, come through hands and knees. Exhale, half frog, inner right thigh to the earth, top of left thigh down. Breathing in, open up into cobra through the chest. Breathing out, press down, curl your back toes under. Lift your right knee, hug it to your triceps, squeeze. 3, 2, 1, and then slowly the right shin comes down to the earth. Left toes can crawl back. Now sit tall, coming up onto fingertips, and take a breath in. As you breathe out, you can dive down and forward. So it's like you're trying to reach your heart all the way out, as far as it'll go, toward the top of the mat before you come onto your forearms. And then You could be still or just gently rock your hips around in space, noticing how the sensations will shift. And spin your left forearm so it's parallel to the top of your mat. And then kick your back heel in. Right arm circles around and back and play with catching for your foot from the inside or the outside. Let your belly be soft. Let your breath be full. And relax around your jaw. Unwind to face back to the top of the mat. Plant your palms and curl your back toes. In breath to prepare. Out breath, press down, get rounded, and slow motion, step your right foot back beside the left one, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Full breath out through your nose. With your next inhalation, stretch your right leg high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, stack your hip and bend your knee, and then make some circles here, opening up the hip joint. Continuing to plug your left big toe down. Go a couple times in each direction with your circles. And then hips turn square. Inhale and extend high through your right set of toes. As you exhale, lift your left heel and really softly step your right foot through to your right thumb. Come up onto fingertips and touch your back knee down. As you inhale, lengthen your heart really far forward and let your pelvis melt. As you exhale, spin your left shin so it's parallel to the back of your mat. Then glide your hips in that direction. Flex through your right set of toes. So it's like a little funky kind of half splits situation. Take a breath in, grow your spine longer. Exhale, breath, bow in maybe a little bit deeper. Then inhale, step into a lunge again in your right foot, and we'll send the left fingertips up to the sky. As you exhale, rock your outer left hip back and circle your left fingertips forward over your ear. Breathing in here. Breathing out, pivot back to face the top of the mat. Walk your left hand forward and wide and send your left shin behind you, tuck those toes. Inhale to lift your back knee and circle your right fingertips to the sky, revolved lunge. As you exhale, pivot to the knife edges of both feet so you're facing toward the right long edge of your mat. You can crawl your right foot a little bit back in space if you like, then squeeze your left waist. Now, play with circling your right fingertips all the way forward over the top of your head. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, face the top of your mat once again. Turn your toes forward. Let's walk the fingertips forward and wide and crawl your right foot more to the center of your mat. Then flex that foot and roll onto the knife edge of it, allowing your knee to wing open. So we're creating that half pigeon shape, but it's like floating. Breathe in. Pull your feet toward one another and let your pelvis grow away from the earth as your spine elongates. As you exhale, bend your elbows, relax your jaw, and dive your heart down towards your right big toe. We'll do two more little kind of pulsations here. So inhale, hugging in, energize through your pelvic floor and all the way up through your hearts. Exhale, elbows bend, heart glides down. One more time, breathe in, lift tall. Breathe out, sink low. Inhale, rise back up. Place your right foot flat. Walk your hands a little bit back in space. And as you exhale, we'll step to high plank. Take a breath in here. Exhale, roll to the knife edge of your right foot. And then instead of staying there, see if you can bend your knees, back your shoulders off of your wrists, and dig your right big toe down so that foot's flat. Then inhale and cactus your left elbow up to the sky. As you exhale, maybe the left toes start to float. Right hand and right foot press down and away from one another, and your left arm circles all the way over your ear. So it's a big rainbow side plank. Right knee can be on the ground if that's helpful for you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Palms to the mat, bend your elbows, come down halfway. Breathe in, up dog or cobra, tall through the heart. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Next inhalation, stretch your left leg high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, stack your hip and bend your knee, and then explore a couple circles in each direction here. The intention being making space, mobilizing, opening. Square your hips and inhale, extend high through your left toes. Exhale, right heel lifts. Hug your left knee tight to your chest and gaze down and step. Left foot, left thumb. Come up onto your fingertips and touch your back knee down. Inhale, drag your hips a little forward and lift tall through your heart. Exhale, back heel kicks in. Then turn your shin parallel to the back of your mat. Rock your hips back, flex your left toes, and dive down over your left thigh. So it's a little funky half splits. Take a breath in and grow longer. Stay as you breathe out. Inhale, step back forward into a lunge in your left knee. Right leg is gonna stay where it is. Left fingertips just outside of your pinky toe. Curl your left sit bone under, and then inhale to open your right elbow up to the sky, or fingertips maybe. As you exhale, circle your arm forward over your ear, squeezing left side body, lengthening right side. One more deep breath in. Exhale, face the top of your mat. Turn your right shin behind you and walk your right hand forward and wide. Inhale to lift your back knee. Circle your left fingertips up to the sky and stay as you exhale. Now hug your feet toward one another. Make buoyancy through the pelvis. As you exhale, come onto the knife edges of both of your feet. Turn all your toes to the left. Walk your left foot a little back. Then see how much you can bridge your hips away from the earth and turn your eyes to follow your left fingertips. Maybe they reach forward over your ear. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, face the top of your mat. Crawl your left foot to the center and walk your fingertips forward and wide. Then flex your left toes, roll to the knife edge of that foot, knee opens up. So it's this like floating pigeon situation. Inhale, hug your feet toward one another, lengthen out of your spine. Exhale, bend your elbows and sink low. Again, like that. Inhale, float away from the ground. Exhale, move closer toward it. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Come back up a little. Plant your left foot flat and plant your palms, shoulders over wrists. Inhale here. Exhale, step to high plank. Now inhale, roll to your left foot. Bend your knees. So see if you can root the left heel and big toe. And then claw into your left index finger mound and all the finger pads. Right elbow circles up to the sky. With your next out breath, maybe your right foot begins to hover. Maybe your right arm circles over your ear. Or be on one or both knees, whatever you need. Take one more deep breath in. Take your exhale into chaturanga, elbows tight. In breath, slide forward, heart to the sky, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then take a breath or two, allowing this movement to integrate, allowing your breath to steady. And take the pressure off here. Keep everything really lighthearted. Inhale, stretch your right leg high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, stack your hip, bend your knee. Just stay for one more deep breath in, and then exhale, step your right foot to your right thumb. Softly touch your back knee down. Breathe in. Hug your feet a little toward one another as you let your hips melt forward. Breathe out. Kick your left heel in. Turn your shin parallel to the back of the mat and stretch your right leg straight-ish. Take an inhalation. Grow your spine longer, even as you sit the hips back. As you exhale, rinse the breath down the back of your right leg. Inhale, bend your right knee. Lift your hips away from your heels, and then circle your left fingertips to the sky. Exhale, left arm goes forward over your ear. It's like a modified extended side angle. One more breath in. Exhale, face the top of your mat. Left hand goes there, left toes to the back, tuck them and lift that knee. Then breathe in and open up revolved lunge. Breathing out, turn your toes to the right, coming onto the knife edges of the feet. Inhale here, circle right arm forward over your ear. Exhale, turn back to the top. So all the toes forward, fingertips forward and wide. Then roll to the knife edge of your right foot, open your knee wide. Breathing in, hug your feet toward one another, active lizard. Breathing out, soften your jaw, relax in. 2 more. Breathe in, lift tall. Breathe out, sink low. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Plant your palms flat, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale here. Now exhale, just pick up your right knee, touch it to your right upper arm and spin your shin to your half pigeon alignment. It's sort of already there. Then lower it to the earth and crawl your left toes back. Come up onto your fingertips. We're gonna stay upright for a little bit here. So imagine your right knee is trying to work its way back. Your left knee is trying to work its way forward, and in doing so, we're creating squareness through the hips. Take your fingertips beside you. You could have blocks here if that's helpful for you. And then maybe just stay and breathe. If you're okay here, with your next breath in, let's play with circling the fingertips wide and up. And as you do this, see if you can pull your legs together so much so that the pelvis actually lifts. As you exhale, arms open up wide and soften down again. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, like you're gonna fly off the ground, all the way up. And exhale. Relax down. 1 more time actively like this. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, relax down. And then from here, we'll fold forward. So crawl your fingertips out. Your back toes can come untucked if you like. And if you're doing that, it's helpful to press the toenails down. And this encourages the squareness through the hips again. Let your breath travel through anywhere that feels dense or contracted or sticky. Noticing that the breath is like warming, softening, melting through that tension, layer by layer. So it's a slow warming process. Just 1 more breath here. Begin to rise up onto your fingertips. And we'll sit to the right sitting bone and then circle your left leg around to find double pigeon. So the shins are stacked. Your left ankle might go off of your right thigh here. If you're very open, if you have a lot of that external hip rotation, which I do not, that'll be a good place for you to be. If that's kind of intense, you can walk the foot in just a little bit. So toes really brightly flexed, sitting bones anchored. And then let your knees relax. Lift your spine, crown of head to the sky, breathing in and breathing out. Maybe we're sitting upright. If you're feeling a lot here, it's a great place to be. If you like, you can begin to fold forward. Try to initiate the fold by diving your heart down toward the top of the mat. Let the muscles of your face relax. And then when you feel like they are soft, see if you could soften them even more. Three more breaths here. Just follow the pathway of the breath to your sensations. Gradually find your way out, walk the fingertips back in space. And then circle your left leg all the way around and back. We're gonna come back into our half pigeon just as a transition. So walk your hands forward, shoulders over the wrists. Take a deep breath in. Okay, big transition. As you exhale, press down, round your spine, pick up your right foot. We're gonna step the right toes off the mat behind you as you turn your left heel down. Curl your left shoulder blade onto the back of your heart, and then inhale, open up into wild thing. So left hand and your feet are pressing down and away from one another. The heart is expressing open to the sky. One more really full breath in. Exhale, use your core to travel back either right away into down dog, or you can take a vinyasa. We'll meet back in down dog. And with your next inhalation, stretch your left leg high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, stack your hip and bend your knee. Stay and take a really expansive in-breath. Exhale, step your left foot to your left thumb. Touch your back knee down and come up onto fingertips. Inhale, grow your spine. Exhale, right heel hugs in, then turn your shin to the left. Rock your hips back and flex through your left toes as you glide into this weird, funky half splits. Inhale, grow your spine. Exhale, sink in. Breathe in, step into modified extended side angle. So left knee over the ankle, and then circle your right fingertips up to the sky. As you exhale, right arm goes forward over your ear as you send energy out and back through your outer right hip. One more breath in. Exhale, face the top of your mat. Right hand forward and wide, right shin back, lift that knee. Inhale, left arm goes to the sky, revolved lunge. Exhale, open up into horizon lunge, rolling to the knife edges of the feet. Take a deep breath in here. Maybe arm goes forward. Exhale, face the top of your mat, toes forward, walk your fingertips wide. And then roll to the knife edge of your left foot. Breathing in, hug your feet toward one another, active lizard. Breathe out, bend your elbows, relaxing down. Two more. Inhale, float away from the ground. And exhale, soften into it. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now lift your pelvis just a little. Plant your palms flat. Keep kind of the same shape of the legs, just on your next exhale, hover your left shin. So it's floating above the ground. And then you can slide your right foot a little more toward the right, and we'll move into half pigeon. So this side might be a little different than the first. So just notice, adjust, and then start to find the magnetization of your knees. They're pulling toward one another. Your left thigh bone is revolving toward the ground. Maybe the fingertips can start to walk back. Maybe just stay here. If you like, inhale, circle the arms wide and up, and as you do, lift through your pelvic floor so much so the hips move away from the earth. And then exhale, soften and lower back down. See how much control and strength you can find. Two more. Inhale, lifting tall. Exhale, sink back in. Last one. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, sink. And then make your way down into sleeping pigeon in your own time, in your own way. We'll spend about 7 breaths here. Stay completely connected to every moment and everything that is shifting in subtle, small ways on the stream of your breath. Begin to gradually make your way up, crawling your fingertips in, and we'll sink toward the left sit bone to swing your right leg around. Now, right shin stacks on top of the left one. Maybe the ankle hooks outside of the thigh. And you can always set up blocks here if you have them under one or both knees, just for a little bit of kind of assistance there, or to help you hold yourself up without having to tense. So sit tall, and everyone just take a couple moments in this tall seated position, breathing your sitting bones down to create that grounded effect, and breathing light up your spine. Now continue to stay here, or you can begin to fold forward any amount. And let the focus of your eyes be so soft.
Let the movement of your breath be subtle but directed, right to the core of the sensation you're feeling. Gradually find your way up. Shift your weight to your left sit bone. Left hand can support, and your right leg will swing all the way around and back. Once again, we'll find the half pigeon position. Aligning here with your shoulders over your wrists, and we'll transition to wild thing. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, press down, lift your back knee, then your front one. Spin your right heel toward the right, root it, and then left toes go off the mat behind you. Right upper arm bone moves into external rotation as the hips start to bridge up toward the sky, making space across everything. Maybe your left fingertips circle all the way around and back. One more deep breath in. Exhaling either right to down dog or moving through plank and chaturanga. Up dog or cobra as you breathe in, and down dog as you breathe out. And then take a deep breath in. Big sigh out of your mouth. Inhale, turn your eyes to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel your feet there, but take them wide. So heels in, toes out. Bend your knees. Let's come down to the bottom of a squat, Malasana. Palms to prayer at heart center. Use your elbows to drive your knees a little wider. Relax the creases of your hips and breathe along the pathway of your spine. Take one more full breath in through your nose. And then as you exhale, soften your sitting bones toward the earth. And we'll take Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet are together. The knees are open wide. And you can choose if you want this to be just a super drapey melted one where you just round in, or if you want to stay a little taller through the spine. Wherever you're going, let your knees wide and open and let your heart cascade down and forward. The fingertips maybe will crawl a little bit toward the top of the mat. Shoulders will sink away from the ears. And then you could even drop your head. Maybe the chin is slightly toward the chest, especially if you're going for the more rounded, passive position. Get curious about where you can breathe more space. Two last breaths here. And let everything melt. And then slowly find your way back up to a tall seated position. Take your hands to your outer thighs, pressing those points into one another. Close your legs with a little bit of resistance. And then walk your feet forward slightly. Hands to the shins. As you breathe in, widen your knees. Stick your butt back. Send the breath up into your heart space and let that create buoyancy through it as you lift your gaze. As you exhale, round. Squeeze your belly button in and back. Pull back on your shins and tuck your chin toward your chest. Again, seated cow pose. Open your knees, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, round in. Breathe in this time, just sit tall and reach your fingertips to the top of your mat. As you breathe out, round your spine and we'll come to lying on our backs for 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way down with the back of the heart, back of the head. Now from here, take your left ankle, we'll cross it outside of the right thigh. Bring your right shin and hover it parallel to the earth, and then either catch onto the back of your right leg or the front of it, interlacing your fingers there.
Soften your sacrum down and slightly tuck your chin to your chest. Keep your toes brightly flexed and begin to rock from side to side, like you're rocking on a tiny little wave. It's very subtle. Let your eyes soften or fall closed. And then gradually unwind, and we'll switch. Right ankle outside the left thigh. That knee goes wide, catching onto whatever's available on your left leg. And continuing to brighten through your toes. And just see how much you can drop here. And then unwind your legs and we'll hug in. So curl your knees to your chest and your chin up and wrap your forearms around your shins and compress. Hugging so tightly here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, Savasana. Arms and legs open. Let the toes fall wide. Let your eyes fall closed and get really heavy. And then feel how quickly you can settle into a state of stillness and surrender and ease. Let go of control and let yourself get light. And let yourself be held by the earth. And just relax into the moment exactly as it is. Begin to call awareness back to your body. Stay as you are and deepen your breath. And then you can invite some little movements back into fingers and toes. Gently starting to wake up. And on a breath in, circle your arms back and over your head as you reach your legs long and forward. As you exhale, bend your knees and roll to your side for fetal pose. Rest your head down and drop. And press down and find your way up to a comfortable seated position. And to close our practice, meeting in Sukhasana, really feel the support of the earth beneath your sit bones. Feel your spine tall, your heart open, eyes soft or closed. And just examine all the qualities of your state. Noticing the after effects of this practice, your breath, your movement, this play. Maybe your energy is more uplifted. Maybe this practice was grounding for you. Maybe something was uncovered that was interesting or surprised you.
Maybe there's just been a small shift in a new direction. Draw your palms to meet in prayer at heart center. And moving back into the rest of your day, continue to find moments to play, space to be creative or to explore, and remaining unattached to the outcome of it, but just curious about ways you can move, ways you can wander. Let's take one final breath together. Inhale to fill your lungs. And then big sigh out of your mouth. Lift your heart and bow, chin to chest. Thank you so much, as always, for practicing with me and sharing your space and your time. I hope that this was fun and playful and felt opening in your body. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them for me below. I love to hear from you. You can also subscribe to my channel and join as a monthly donation member below. And all of this really helps to support me. I hope you're doing well wherever you are and have a great rest of your day or night. I'll see you soon in the next practice. Bye.